Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry for the long wait for this next video. I just was pretty busy with doing other stuff and all that and getting ready for bed mostly. But I'm returning to you for the worst movies of 2021 so far, part 2 video. And this is only going to be 3 movies that I'm going to be talking about. Sorry that you heard that Xbox One ding and all that and other dings like that. But yeah, I'm gonna continue where I left off for the what is it? Worst movies of 2021 so far, part 2 video, and let you know where what I thought of these last 3 movies. So, let's start at number 9 where I left off at, which is Space Jam: A New Legacy. This movie was so cringe. LeBron James apparently thinks he can act in this movie. He was okay. I just wasn't a huge fan of his acting in this movie. And pretty much the beginning of the movie kind of sounded like a dick, in my honest opinion. But with the way he was talking to his son in the movie, that the actor that played his son in the movie. But pretty much, this movie was where his son is kidnapped by Don Cheadle, and he thinks he's kidnapped, but his son thinks differently, and his son is. They're doing a father versus son thing where they have to go against each other in a basketball game towards the end of the movie. So, yeah, this movie was flat out boring. It was flat. The execution was not very good. And this movie didn't sit well over me. So, at number 9, I picked Space Jam: A New Legacy. Number 10, I picked The Boss Baby Family Business. Now, keep in mind, I only watched less than 20 minutes of this movie, and I was so hating it for the time I watched it. Even though this movie is like an hour and 40-ish minutes, meaning 40 plus minutes or something like that. Uh, it it was just god awful. I couldn't stand how the voice actors in the movie were sounding in this movie. It just did not sound good. It sounded very cringy. It sounded very flat, and this movie sucked ass for real. Uh, so fuck this movie for real. This probably might be the worst movie of this year, unfortunately. And even though I didn't watch the whole thing, I don't want to experience it again. Because apparently they turn into babies again. The two adults, the dad and his brother or whatever, turn into babies again just to stop evil and other things like that. So the concept of the movie, if you watch my movie review, I do go into explanation of what the movie's about. But yeah, I did not like what the movie's plot was about. It just flat out sucked. And sorry about my tiredness. I really do have to go to bed soon. So after this video, I'm gonna be done for the night. So yeah, at number 10, I picked The Boss Baby Family Business. This movie can go suck it, because that's how much I hate this movie. Number 11 finally is M. Night Shyamalan's Old. Now, there's a certain particular scene in this movie that I can't explain unless you watch it, is where it was really god awful and should never have happened for this movie. But M. Night Shyamalan deemed it to be, and really fucked this movie a new asshole. Not literally, figuratively, I'm saying. But pretty much, this movie can just suck it. I I will never watch it again. Because I had to bear watching 73 minutes of the movie, and I couldn't stand it. And I was getting close to the end of it, and I did not want to see how it would have ended, because it probably wouldn't have ended very well. Uh, but yeah, it just did not do so well performance wise, and I just. It's pretty much where they go to this special place on an island, the island resort, a special area on the island, and then apparently it ages them every day and all that, and every hour of every minute. So I'm like, wow, that is freaky. This movie freaked me out, and just I just couldn't stand this movie. It was so unoriginal and so I wouldn't say unoriginal, it just was unnecessary, I should say. There were things in this movie that should never have happened. And M. Night Shyamalan decided to pull a fast one. And like in that Mother movie that came out in 2017, where a certain infant gets killed in the movie, which is really horrible and really sick. And that's this case scenario in this movie, but I can't spoil what it is. You'll probably figure it out once you watch the movie. But I wouldn't recommend watching the M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's really not that good. It's probably the second worst movie of this year. Probably even the worst movie of the year, if I deem it to be. But at number 11, I picked M. Night Shyamalan's Old. Fuck this movie. That is going to be it for this worst movies of 2021 so far, part 2 video. Comment below and let me know what your worst movies of 2021 so far are. And if you enjoyed part 1 and 2 for the worst movies of 2021 that I made for you guys tonight and going into the next day at midnight as well. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for another review, and that'll be for the iCarly reboot episode 12 review in the morning, and then some movie reviews I'll try to get to, and a track review, and I don't know if I have any other song reviews to do, but I'll look into it pretty much. But I hope you did find this part 1 and 2 of the worst movies of 2021 so far to be quite entertaining, because I know I ranted a bit on what I really thought of these movies. And so far, 11 bad movies right now. And a little less albums that are going to be the worst ones. But there's quite a bit of a list for albums that were the worst ones, and you'll be seeing that tomorrow as well. So, another case scenario, I hope you enjoyed this, well, in other words, I hope you enjoyed this, worst movies of 2021 so far, part 2 video, and part 1 as well, if you watched it. I did the best I could to make both these videos as good as possible. Definitely stay safe, take care, have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning in the iCarly reboot episode 12 review.